Peter bought the van and we drove it off the lot. Mr. Sincerity in a moment of charity said, "How much have you got?" It was a 1963 and the paint was kinda gone, but the seats rolled back and the radio worked and the damn thing seemed to run. And it was time Jimmy climbed aboard and we loaded up the gear. Chap-tone drums and threadbare amps, and we're just loud enough to hear. It was 3 against the world as we left that one-horse town to lock our horns with the city of angels, and nothing could slow us down. Driving down the road, I could have sworn I heard a voice that seemed to follow me. It said, "Hold on to this time in some corner of your mind, 'cause you'll never be quite so free, or quite so strong. You'll never be quite so brave, or quite so young. Remember how it feels." Rolling through the South, Nashville, Tennessee, room for one, and then came the fun of sneaking in all 3. And in Warner, Oklahoma, we put our Stetsons on, and we stood out on the corner of Winslow, Arizona, and acted out that song. Driving toward the sun, I could have sworn I heard that voice. I thought I heard it say, as you pass through every town, better take a good look around, 'cause you'll never be back this way. Back in time, you know you're gonna leave this place so far behind. Remember how it feels. Just remember how it feels. Bought the van and we drove it off the lot. Mr. Sincerity in a moment of charity said, "How much have you got?" Driving down the road, I could have sworn I heard a voice that seemed to follow me. It said, "Hold on to this time in some corner of your mind, 'cause you'll never be quite so free, or quite so strong. You'll never be quite so brave, or quite so young. Remember how it feels."
I know that under great duress, asked you to play this tune again, and I know it's been around. You've played it like probably 100,000 times at this point in time, but it is an amazing song. Tell me a little bit about it.
This is about my first band, which was in Richmond, Virginia, and pretty much overnight became very, very popular. We were, you know, just all 20 years old, fresh out of high school. And we met some guy at a show who was British and very charming and told us we were the best young band he'd ever heard, and he knew everyone in Los Angeles. And we believed him, and we said, yes, this town's too small for us, and we packed the van and drove 3,000 miles into a complete disaster. We had our equipment ripped off. We were living in this just horrific, tiny hovel without jobs, without money, without, you know. And it took me some time, about 10 years after that, to realize that it was worth it just for the trip we made across the country. Mm-hmm. You know, and just for the experience of being that young and that green and bound for glory. Mm-hmm. You know? And we did stop in Winslow, Arizona, which I mentioned in the song. And we also made a stop in I believe it was Tucumcari, staying with a relative of our bass players. And they had this collection of bluegrass instruments, so we donned the fiddle and the banjo, and then we made it out to LA, and it was, as I said, a nightmare, but got a song out of it.